which fast food mascot would win in a fight? So we all selected our champion, and we're going to argue about which one is the best.
Yes.
So let's start off. So let's set the stage. I like the idea that you guys had before we started recording of doing it in a mall food court.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where we just all have, our restaurant behind us, and it is just closing time, and we just had a big, bitter argument about stealing customers from each other. And now we're going to throw down. Does anyone have a particular strategy? Because my strategy was to kind of just send out my shitty minions first.
So I'm not going to lie. I don't think the Noid is one who's much for strategy. I think he's going to kind of just fucking go for it. Yeah, he's 100% wild card.
So it sounds like the king isn't great.
This is reasonable.
I don't think the king will do that well.
I have a slight initiative advantage against Ronald McDonald because I just have levitation. I don't have to pick one of my 12 flying methods to get off the fucking ground.
Well, I think his main flying method is balloons.
Okay.
But flight isn't really that useful in a food court.
Not particularly, no.
But I can rotate the room. I don't know if that's useful.
Well, I can make the floor move, so now we're just in the fucking barf dome.
Yeah.
Apparently the Noid just tossing bombs and bouncing around on this weird pile driver thing, so...
Oh my god, so basically what we have now is we have a spinning room on which I guess the floor keeps switching, on which the walls and floors are moving, and then the fucking Noid running around like a cartoon character throwing bombs that are now being transported Bomberman style around conveyor belt moving floors.
Is it really just random who wins?
I think it's 100% random. Okay, I'm gonna say, all right, so there's one thing in the Noid's favor is that apparently he's I'm gonna guess that he is much harder to kill than Ronald and the king.
Ronald did get struck by lightning and he survived. I didn't mention that.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Well, that doesn't make him any more resilient than regular people.
That is actually a very compelling argument.
That makes him 1/7 as resilient, as some people.
I think you're right though. That it's actually pretty random.
Okay, so I have telekinesis. Okay, so I can telekinesis the Noid's bombs. That gives me some advantage right there.
Yeah, telekinesis is pretty useful.
That's useful.
So the Burger King is now floating in the middle of this chaos, hands held out to his sides, floating bombs around with his mind, and probably going after Ronald first, I would guess.
I would assume so. Yeah, I think there's more bad blood there.
There's some bombs coming at you, Chris. What are you gonna do?
There's bombs coming at me. Well, I have that scroll door thing that I can deflect the bombs, or I can capture the bombs in my door, I guess.
And just shoot them off into whatever other dimension that goes to.
Yeah, or I could just fly. I could avoid them.
Avoid the Noid.
Avoid the Noid.
All right, Marcus, do you have any way to dispose of the Noid? Because I honestly think the way this goes, sort of the way what I was thinking coming into it, is that the way the Noid loses is by being transported somewhere else, which Chris has a way to do.
Yes.
I can turn him into a shake. He's cartoony, so it would definitely work on him.
That is true.
Other than that, I don't know how the Noid would fare against just a tiger.
Also, the Noid might still be effective as a shake.
That's also true.
The Noid might be more effective as a shake.
That's actually probably true.
Wait, he's basically all Frost Ray then.
Oh, you're right. Interesting.
Oh, but no, because I got a combo attack. Because I can turn you into a shake and then send Sir Shake-a-Lot at you and have him drink you. And then you're fucked. Because Sir Shake-a-Lot will do anything to get to that shake.
That is true.
So you did mention the side characters in yours. Ronald McDonald has a ton of side characters I didn't include because there's a lot of them.
Well, here's my argument. Here's my argument for that. You have friends. I have subjects.
Okay, they're under your command.
Yeah.
One of them is literally a knight and a wizard. That's my royal entourage. I send them on missions. They are my loyal subjects.
Yeah. Okay.
The Noid rides solo. No one wants to be around the Noid.
So, okay. Yeah. I still have
while this is going on, try to imagine that on the other side of the wall, maybe from Burger King's food court, Burger King in the kitchen, there's a metal band playing called Cock Rock. And they're playing their song about chickens crossing the road, where the entire video was basically again, scantily clad groupies on one side of the street, and the band members dressed up as chickens, as they tend to be, their chicken-esque metal costumes, basically getting out of their car and then immediately getting hit by a car.
That's wonderful.
And exploding into a burst of feathers. So Just add that to the mental image. Actually, the band has a fire breather, which is more helpful than all my minions put together.
All right, so do we have enough to give like percentages like we did last time?
I guess so.
So I think what happens is, I think if we hit the ground, I think the Noid gets us by being a fucking crazy motherfucker.
Right. I think that's kind of, I feel like just that the King and Ronald are not prepared for the savagery of the Noid.
So it's gonna be like a mage duel in the middle between the Burger King and Ronald, and then whoever, in that duel, if someone gets knocked down onto the ground, they get killed by the Noid, and then it's, can the Noid defeat an airborne opponent?
Right.
Wait, did you say the king can fly?
Yeah.
Oh, he can.
Yeah, he can levitate. That's one of the things that he does in one of the...
right. Yeah.
So I got bombs. You got a scroll. I think you have overall probably just slightly better magic than the king. Like
I would agree
based
with
on
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like
Also,
the wizard duel.
All your subjects are like food.
Useless.
Well, they're food. They're food too, and I have the I'm hungry guy that can just eat them.
Oh, that's
well, I think
true.
the way that works is the Wizard of Fries just makes infinite fries, and the food
they just
monster
cancel
eats
each other
infinite
out,
fries.
yeah.
And then they just cancel each other out in a corner somewhere.
They actually just go get married. They're made for each other.
Yeah, they are made for each other.
That's the happy ending. Nobody wins. It's just the Wizard of Fries and the food
I'm
monster.
hungry. Just go out and,
And
live a happy life together.
So is it the Wizard of Hungry or I Am Fries?
Oh, I Am Fries, definitely.
Okay, yeah. So actual winning percentages. So I think it would be 60-40 for Ronald McDonald versus the King in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
seems
agree
reasonable.
with that.
Okay, so then the Noid.
The Noid is more of
basically
a wild card.
The Noid complicates things.
So the Noid is going to take away from the 60-40 percentages from.
Yeah. I feel like the final percentages are going to be a lot more even than we've had in the past.
Yeah, I'd agree.
What do you have? So you have bombs for range attacks, and what
Bombs
else do you have?
and like the ice gun. Yeah.
Thing.
Oh, the ice gun's
The ice gun's
good.
pretty good. Yeah, exactly. So I think it winds up being like 60% Noid overall, 50% Noid. I don't know, something like that. And then split the rest between like 60-40 between you guys.
I think it's hard to say.
It's tough. This is a very difficult one. This is very difficult.
I think it's pretty close between Ronald and the Noid.
Maybe like 35-30.
Maybe.
That's reasonable.
Like a slight edge to the Noid and the Donald.
Yeah,
maybe,
but that
maybe
doesn't conclude a winner.
So I guess that's the question. Is there an edge for Ronald or the Noid? I think that if the King has passed, the Noid has an edge over Ronald. I feel like. I don't think it's huge, but I think it's there.
Yeah. So what? I guess what does Ronald have against the Ice Ray? I think that's the key one.
That's a good question.
What does he have against the Ice Ray?
You got 4 pages of powers, buddy.
I know.
Too bad all of them are flying.
Gotta be in there somewhere. Gotta be some way you can fly away from this.
Well, it depends on if I can use that being in more than one place at a time thing.
No. I think you get iced, Because you can't put 2 Ronalds in the same room. That's definitely against company policy.
That's a good point.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah. Okay. So that power is useless to me.
I think the ice ray kind of clenches
I
it.
don't think I really have anything against the ice.
So maybe it is like 60% Noid, and then.
Well, here's the thing. I think I beat the Noid because I have my moving dance floor. It's gonna be fuck all impossible for you to aim while I'm moving the dance floor.
Well, I can rotate the room if you're looking at that angle.
But I think as you rotate the room, you can still aim. Like, it doesn't kill your footing as much. Like,
that's true.
you rotate it once and it's more smooth.
Okay.
So now we all beat each other in a rock paper scissors.
Yeah, it just depends on who's fighting who first.
So you're fighting. So the 2 wizards fight first. So let's say
I think Ronald will beat the King.
Yeah.
I think it's 50 Noid, 30 20.
That sounds reasonable.
That sounds reasonable.
So it's probably going to be the Noid versus Ronald, and the Noid's going to win that fight.
Yeah, I agree with
but
that.
if the King has a real chance against Ronald, and Ronald has a chance against the Noid, and so it could go. There's probably a fucking probability chart we could do up, but 50-30-20 feels right to me, and that does actually give us.
Yeah.
50-30-20 works for me.
All right.
Okay. So the Noid would win.
Avoid the Noid.
Yeah, definitely avoid the Noid is the name of the fucking game.
Well, he doesn't exist anymore, so yeah.
Actually, he was brought back briefly in the like early 2000 or like around 2011.
Oh my god, nobody needs that.
Nope.
Nobody needs that at all.
No one does. Oh god, apparently can be seen briefly in the background of a 2017 Domino's ad, so he's still lurking.
Oh, he's planning something.